a full complement of players to work with this evening.
Yes.
Josh Norris will play.
The plan is right now that Josh is going to play, yes.
And Tim Stützle good to go?
Yes.
Would there be any limitations, just into, let's say, face-offs or things of that nature with Josh tonight?
At this point, no. He's been doing it for a long time. He's been working with the coaches, different things, face-offs. At this point, the only limitations is reps, and he hasn't played in almost a year. So you got to be conscious of that. But physically, we don't believe there's any.
Obviously, he boosts your lineup from a talent perspective. What does it do emotionally for your group tonight?
Well, Josh is a big part of that room, and he's grown with these guys right from the young age. They're a lot of them are best friends in there, and guys are pulling for him. So it's going to be emotional, I'm sure, for him to get back out there. I can tell you that it's been agonizing on him, wanting to play, and just the setbacks here and there. It'll be emotional for him, but I think certainly it'll give our guys a boost. But at the end of the day, you just got to play the game that you've been playing and do your job.
You said that he was going to come talk to you. When did Josh approach you and say, I feel ready to go?
Well, he was ready a while ago, and just, between doctors and everything that went on, they weren't 100% to say, okay, he can go. And then it was put in that, a while ago that at worst case he would give this Washington would be the date. We weren't sure if he'd go a little sooner, but Washington was the date. That he felt enough practices and what have you to go. So I'd say that's a week or so ago. But there was some thought that he might play one of those games on the weekend. It didn't happen. But we're likely to see him tonight.
What options does it give you having him, and just as far as depth goes?
Well, once he gets his game legs and what have you under you've got yourself two really good centermen. NHL-wise, 1 and 2 centermen, 1A, 1B. Ridley at this point has played really well as well, but isn't established yet. I think it gives you a chance to move lines around when you have to on the road. You can split guys up if it's against a particular line, but as well he can penalty kill. But our power play with him, you have to guard him. The way he shoots it forces you, which opens up other guys. But all this is a work in progress. Again, no exhibition games, what have you. So we'll take our time.
You talk about just limiting the limitation of his reps. When somebody hasn't played since January 21st, what kind of emotions do you think he's going to be feeling tonight?
Well, yeah, and not only that, he only played a few games and it was out. So really, it's 3 games and how long or whatever, 4 games. I think Josh, emotional kid, cares a ton, and you know what? I think he just wants to get out there and play hockey. I think every hockey player just wants to play hockey, and there's so much that goes into an injury that's not just the frustration of an injury. It's the fact you can't go on the road with the boys. You can't, you don't feel quite as part of it, and all these things. They'll probably be rushing through his head that he just wants to make sure he can get back and be a part of the group.
What do you expect from Washington, and what do you want to see from your team?
Well, over and over, Washington, you look at their lineup, you look how deep they are up front of guys that can shoot it in the back of the net, and there's plenty of them. They're big, they're heavy. John Carlson's, as good a defenseman as there is. I don't think there's a single team when you play that you look at and you go, man, we can exploit them there, what have you. They're as good as anyone on our side. I think the most important thing for us is just keep doing what we're doing and do our job and, limit the chances. When we get our chances, jump on them, be disciplined, stay out of the penalty box, and just do the same thing over and over regardless of who you play.
Maybe not that you need it, but a real nice boost of energy, I think, with the addition of Josh.
100%. He makes our team better. Just having him in the room, not just his game, but personality, his leadership, and something that we've missed. So I know he's fired up, ready to go. Has been dialed in today, I guess, because he looks good out there and just ready to go.
Everybody can share in that excitement, right?
Big time. Me especially, of course. Being close to him and seeing all the work he's put in over the years, just to kind of get back and get healthy again and feeling good. And he looks great. So just as a friend, I'm really proud of all the work he's put in and the sacrifice that he's kind of put in just to put his body on the line every single day. So for him to kind of go through what he went through last year, of course he learned a lot about himself, and I think he's excited to show kind of everybody who he is again.
How do you think he handled just the art of patience?
I mean, good for him. I'd be freaking out, losing my mind. But, yeah, I mean, he's just so good in that aspect of he's always good mentally. He's got a great support system with his family that he's able to lean on, and of course, guys in this locker room as well. And yeah, he just takes it one day at a time and just does whatever he can to make it better. And I think there's a longer process than he wanted and hoped, but of course he's stuck with it, and he's feeling great. And like I said, he's fired up to get going here, and so are we.
It's been a long time since he's been on the ice, but when he is playing in your lineup, how does he change the team's environment?
I mean, just everything, just the speed he brings. Being able to skate up with the puck, create separation for line mates, and I think what's the most underrated thing about him is the 200-foot player that he is. He's as good as he is offensively, putting pucks in the net, skating. He's a great shutdown guy, and not giving up much. He's just got so much speed for defense, and he's so reliable back there. So he's definitely going to bring a lot to us, and yeah, the excitement, energy level for him to come back after kind of a long road, it's going to be really exciting for us.
Do you think he's a little nervous?
Probably. I think he'd be lying if he wasn't a little nervous, but I think nerves are good, right? It's just nerves turn to excitement, and I think he'll get a nice little ovation from the fans tonight when he gets back out there.
Brady, what do you have to do against Washington tonight?
They're a great team. They've been a great team for so many years now that they know how to play and play the right way. So we just got to stay above them, limit their chances, and of course they've got that firepower that has been around for a lot of years now. So you just got to be aware when they're on the ice and try to make life as tough as possible.
You've played against him several times now, but Ovechkin, what makes him special?
Just the scoring ability that he's got. It's every time he's got the puck on his stick, it could go in, and just you got to be aware. He's been doing it for so long now, and of course for a lot of guys in this room, it's guys like him that you've watched growing up, and it's always fun to be able to play against him, and kind of it's always that holy cow, I'm in the NHL with him. So it's always that feel in that moment, and yeah, these are games you circle on the calendar because grew up watching and loved the way you played growing up.
Was he one of the guys that, along maybe with Sid, was he one of those guys where you really pay close attention when you were maybe in your teens?
Absolutely. I think just the highlight reel goals. With him too, it's the hits and the physical play that he plays with that I enjoyed watching, and yeah, these are times where it's always fun to be able to play against those guys that you grew up watching.
Everybody kind of chirps in the game, but is he a guy that you can ever get under his skin and try to rattle him?
Yeah, I don't think so, and I don't think I've ever tried or will try. So for guys like that, you have a ton of respect for and what they've done for the league and carving a path for the next generation. So those are guys you respect, but competitors, and of course you don't want to give them much in the game. So I have respect for him, but of course everybody wants to win.
You were saying, Brady, he's still a guy, even how many years you've been in the league now, he's still a guy that you look at, kind of a reminder of what this league is and the significance of his presence still.
Absolutely. It's like I said, he just has done so much for the league and done so much for the next generation and the style of play he plays with, and I know he's been a lot of people's role models growing up. So just be able to play against a guy like that who's been a great ambassador as well to the league. It's always fun.
Getting a little extra firepower here tonight with Josh returning to the lineup.
Yeah, super excited, man. Just happy for him to get back. I know how hard he's worked for the last couple of years to get to where he is today, and you can just feel the excitement off him. He's super excited, and we're pumped to have him back.
You guys have been playing on the same line here in practice. How do your games complement each other?
Yeah, no, he's a guy that can just carry the mail up the ice. He's reliable on both ends, obviously a pure goal scorer. So I'll look to try to set him up tonight. And, yeah, he's just fun to play with, makes plays, can skate. So happy to have him back.
Crowd's been pretty good here to start the season. Expecting a little ovation for him here tonight.
Yeah, no, they had a pretty good ovation for him the other night, even though he wasn't playing. So I'd imagine when he hops on the ice or whatever it is, there's going to be a good ovation for him, and as it should be.
What kind of test does Washington pose for you tonight?
Yeah, I mean, they're a team that, won the Cup 5 years ago, so they got a lot of the same guys still, guys who've had unbelievable careers, Hall of Famers, so it's always a good match against them, and, they're coming in here looking for a win, and we're looking for another one too, so it'll be a good game.
Drake, I know we talked to you yesterday, but it's just the fact that Norris is actually going to be playing tonight.
Yeah.
You've been a line mate of his for a long time. What is the environment like when he's on the ice compared to the other times?
Yeah, no, like I said, he's just a really good, 200-foot player. He's reliable on both ends. He's a penalty killer, plays power play, can score goals, and carry the puck up the ice and break it out himself. So there's a lot of things he brings to the table. A great playmaker and just a great guy to have in the room. So we're happy to have him back.
What do you sense from him today? Is he nervous, excited?
No, just super excited. I think he was on the ice about 30 minutes before practice today. So, I just sensed the excitement from him over the last week, and he's super pumped to get out there. Yeah.
How will you help him kind of readjust? Like, he's only played 3 games this calendar year.
Yeah, no, I think we'll just try to keep it, pretty simple off the bat, and just kind of let the game come to us, I think, and just try to use our speed to create some chances and hopefully get a few looks.